welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, whose sexually warped introductions are merely a product of your own kind of messed up imaginations. You're putting it on us. We're not putting it on you.
No, you failed. You still made it about sex. You still made it about sex.
Moist.
You failed.
I made it about the intro. I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys?
Not much. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. All good. We just had some tasty stew, I suppose it was, made by Danielle.
Like a slow cooked,
It was very good.
melt in your mouth meat. We're here with the crew. Say hi, crew.
Hi, crew.
Hi. We got Hercules Mays.
Hi.
We got Luke Sykes. We got Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hello.
We have Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
What's going on?
Great. Sorry, I was distracted by Danielle's very
Sultry.
Yeah.
It wasn't intended
her
to be
phone sex
sultry.
voice, I think. Hi.
Her like,
Hi.
I'm trying to get a little bit of extra whipped cream on my coffee.
That was not what I thought that voice was.
What did you think that voice was?
I don't know. Just like
Demure.
friendly.
Oh, I mean, it was friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
It was
friendly.
very
alright.
friendly. Hello. What did everyone think of the food?
Well, to be honest,
You're being
I
recorded now, so-
think it should have been cooked a bit longer.
Mhm.
I can say that because I was the one doing
Yeah,
it good.
I would politely disagree. I think the flavors were very
No, the flavors
intense.
were good.
They were there. It was
It's the
it was
mouthfeel that Danielle was wanting. That
Yeah.
the meat that just kind of evaporates as it
Right.
touches your tongue.
But also
Yeah.
beef. It was beef, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to get that than
Yeah.
like because you did a great chicken one last
Well, the
week.
chicken, but that was like 14 hours, and
Yeah.
this was like 4.
It was phenomenal.
But thank you.
Slow cook. It's just everything's.
If you want to slow cook something tomorrow, we could also come over and see if you do better.
You spoil.
I see what this is.
we're milking you for food.
Yeah.
Wow, that's okay.
Sorry.
We are going to play a game called Alphabet Conversation. Thank you, Luke, for suggesting this. As I was running around through my head trying to figure out what I wanted to play, Luke stepped into my mind palace and said, "How about alphabet soup?"
Alphabet aerobics.
Y'all know how this works. We're going to go round the table. You guys are going to have a conversation, and
Caleb does not know how this
I'm not an actor, guys. I'm
I
like,
don't
here's
know.
a hint. If I say y'all know how this works, I'm about to explain it regardless. It's just the nod and
thank
go
you.
along sort of thing.
okay.
Yes,
So for
and
you-
Caleb. Yes,
Yes.
and.
Yes, and.
So for you thick
Always
fucks that
improv.
don't know what this is, Caleb, we're going to go around the circle. You guys are going to play whatever characters you wish, either your own or someone else's or something new. And the conversation, each sentence you speak has to begin with the next letter of the alphabet. So Hercules would begin with A, Luke would begin with B, Daelyn with C, Danielle with D, and so on and so forth until we run out of letters.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Are we going to start on A?
Yes.
Okay.
Where do you usually
could-
start the
you could-
alphabet?
Anywhere. You could start on S and then go all the way around.
I would rather start on A for now.
Okay.
Yeah, my brain can't handle anything like that right now. And Luke's very kindly decided to take us off first.
Are you going to give me a topic of conversation?
I will. Luke, Daelyn, Danielle, Herc is the way it's going to go. Caleb, can we get a location?
NASA space station in the future, so it's kind of like a little colony living up there, not a huge one. Kind of first kind of like space colony to live up in space.
Can you
Right.
tell us more about it, please?
Yeah, please. I'm
Yeah,
actually
so-
excited about
Give
it.
us
So-
the exact
so-
scene we're doing.
So that the plan was to go habitate Mars, and they got sent up, but realized they actually didn't have enough fuel to get there. Gross
Okay.
miscalculate.
You guys, no, this is good. I'm building off that. You guys are
I'm
discussing.
stopping you right there.
Yeah.
Good job,
I'm gonna
Caleb.
let you finish.
You did great,
I'll
little
let you
buddy.
finish. I'll take it from here. You guys are Elon Musk's trusted assistants, the first 4 there, and you're trying to discuss what you're going to report back to him because it's not good news. See, we work off each other really well.
Yeah, I give you the stupid ideas, and you mine the gold out of them.
I don't want to say there's a goal, but thank you. That's kind of whenever you wish to begin.
Aliens. Aliens everywhere. What are we going to do?
Bright things. I heard they really hate bright things, so I figure we just get a lot of like glowing lights and we just set them up everywhere and we just shine them out there. What do you think?
Could be a really good idea. I like that. Or we could kill them.
Don't let me die up here like this.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Fine, we won't kill them, I guess. But what if they threaten us first?
Get the guns ready.
Here they are. Okay. What should we do next?
Icky, it touched me.
Jay.
Thank you. I was trying to find a K word. Just peacefully hold out your arm. I'm sure it won't try to eat you.
Kill them all.
Let go of my friend, you alien piece of shit.
Move, the madman's shooting at us.
No! So much science being destroyed.
Oh my god.
Please, I haven't destroyed that much. It's fine. Most of this stuff is bulletproof.
Queen Elon is gonna be so mad at us.
Stop what you're doing right now.
Okay, you are NASA scientists that don't know the alphabet.
What?
An R.
R. Oh my R. I have to sing the whole song every time.
You can still start from L? I can start from L.
Rest your gun on that little side table there for just a minute, and let's draft an email.
Yes, send for help.
To Elon.
Nice.
There's been a small miscalculation. We are currently being attacked by aliens just outside of Mars' atmosphere.
Upsetting is the least of the best ways to describe it.
Very much in trouble is how I would put it.
We would really appreciate some more guns and food.
Xenomorphs are real, man.
Yellow jackets are what I'm naming them.
Zen is the state we hope to achieve.
Nice, guys.
Wow. Very
I
nice.
killed the hardest letter.
Man,
It worked so well. Yeah.
did. And we revealed that I don't know the
Absolutely fine. I don't know numbers very well, so
Can we let Caleb do all the math from here on out then?
yeah.
Great.
I mean, the other option would be I do the math and I get it wrong, and you guys save a lot of stuff. But
Oh, I thought you'd overestimate.
no, I underestimate. Ask me any question about math. Is he all right?
He's like completely crashed out, snoring.
Producer Hogan's
He's
having a
like-
hard time.
He's squishing his
If
stomach.
there were 13 dogs and all of them were neutered, how many ovaries do they have?
Well, the dog's a woman, so 7.
Because you neuter boys.
And you spay females.
Yeah, but I said they were all neutered.
Yes,
So the answer is 0.
Yeah, but if they're all female,
But they weren't.
Say the line. Say the line.
Remember this was a D&D podcast?
Speaking of D&D podcast, let's play some D&D. In our last session, you guys encountered a variety of traps on your way to Lahias. You encountered a pit of vines and thorns with snakes hidden amongst them, as well as a swampy quicksand-like material with stepping stones you had to traverse. However, while traversing these traps, dealing with these traps, Bias seemed to be coming in and out of some kind of trance vision-like state. He didn't tell you what he was seeing, but you saw him talk to himself, seemingly acting in weird ways. You noticed that his eyes were darting in and out of these purple streaks. Bias himself now sees the world through a purple lens. We ended on Bias entering this trance-like state one more time, in which he was in a forest, being accosted by a number of white boars who whipped out their tongue, and on their tongues was the name Bakanov, which is where we begin our session today. Bias, what would you like to do?
Bucket, slap me now. Bucket. Do I have my weapons on me?
Yes.
I pull out my hammer and go to squish one of the tongues.
You swing. Give me an attack roll.
That's a 10. I should probably look at my modifier.
What are we seeing from?
So I'm going to tell you now. Let me just get the attack roll.
14.
So you guys look over. You hear Bias say, Baky. Baky looks up and attempts to slap Bias, but You can see him wince in pain from his rolled over ankle, and he doesn't quite do it. He misses by 1 point. And then you see Bias take his warhammer and start to swing. And he's
straight down, trying to smush the tongue.
Trying to smush the tongue.
Yeah.
You see it go straight down into the muddy bank.
Do I smush the tongue?
You, Bias, smush the tongue, and you see the white boar evaporate.
That's going to happen to the rest of you. Get the fuck out of here.
More come.
Baky, slap me now.
He slaps you, but brings all of his weight behind it, and you see them both tumble into the water. Isn't that one?
Oh, I want to see
Fucking dice.
that and fly over as
You
quickly as I
start
can.
flying over, and in your periphery, you see two purple-robed people come from either side, running with quite a lot of swiftness and agility.
Oh,
They run in, and you see them pull Baky and Bias out of the water. You see two more, again in purple robes, come out from behind the clearing. Bias, as you come up, you are greeted to the face of a purple-robed Githyanki. He grunts at you, looks you dead in the eyes, and sighs, and he starts padding around into his robes, and he pulls out.
You know Baky? Baky! Fuck, is this another fuck? Baky!
He says nothing and pulls out a little silver vial.
Friend, no.
You see this vial, it's silver, but with purple flecks kind of floating in it.
Baky!
Bias, I'm up here. I think they're trying to help us, and you too.
Bucky's on the embankment beside you, kind of pulling himself up. He says, "Do as they say. They're Lehian."
Okay, I grabbed the vial.
You feel the pressure that was inside of your head for the last however long since you entered the purple mist start to evaporate. Your eyes start to come back to their normal color, and you can see the world as it truly is in all its murky, swampy color.
Oh,
Greens and browns.
right, it's a great, right, it's the right forest. Okay. Okay. Hello, friend.
You see one of the Githyanki has a long bow, one of them has a short sword, and the other two have the steel wood spears that you've seen.
And I have a hammer.
And my axe. And they look at you, they look at Baky, and they look down at him, and they see his tattoo-covered pinky. And you see their eyes narrow, and Bucky's head snaps up and looks at them, and he says, "Oh, we were just I'm here to get my stuff done, my tattoos done." The Githyanki looks at you, and you hear in your mind, "What is your purpose here?"
Do I think or do I talk to you? What do you prefer?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Out loud. It's fine. Speaking is fine.
Okay. What was your question?
What is your purpose here?
To get him his tattoos. He just told you.
Follow. And he gestures.
We have people across the way. I call him people. He's something. We have someone over there.
He nods, and you watch as he and he's got the short sword and the Githyanki with the bow jump across the rocks, the same rocks that you guys jumped across to the other side, to the side closest to Lehias, where the other two with the spears kind of gesture for you two to follow around the outside.
And I just tend to Baky. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, these are Lehians. Lehias is, from what I've heard, mostly Gith.
All right. What's your name, friend? And I turn to the one on the right.
Says nothing to you.
All right. On the one left. What's your name, friend?
Says nothing and walks ahead of you.
I just think, what's your name, friend? Without saying out loud, I just think it.
Your eyes narrow and you strain a little bit. Nothing.
All right, I'll follow Baky.
I'll go back straight across. See you soon. And I'm gonna fly back.
You
across.
get over there first. A few moments later, they all make it to the edge of your side of the bank, and you come face to face with Bias and Baky and these four Githyanki. They seem very stern, very protective, not necessarily malicious, but you do get like a very no nonsense approach to them.
I go to help her across, and I'm like, they're not saying anything, so don't say anything to them.
Do you know who they are?
No, they won't tell me, so don't say anything to them.
Hello, I'm Agenar.
The one with the short sword looks you all up and down as the others kind of stare at you and eye your weapons. And the one with the short sword looks at you and says, Follow.
Okay.
And heads off into the swamp.
You are all very trusting.
Bucky said this is okay.
Apparently, oh yeah. True.
You look
Okay.
back and you look back. You look back.
What
and
do I see with Bucky?
you see him limping, trying very hard to follow you guys as quickly as possible.
I'm going to see Bucky limping and give him a little cure wounds. I'm going to give him a little pat on his shoulder and a gentle squeeze.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your cure wounds healing.
1d8, 7 plus 6 is 13.
How does your healing appear?
Like little sparkles of sunshine.
So wholesome.
Before I go anywhere as well, I cast Harness Divine Power and get a spell slot back.
Wonderful.
Oh, I
You guys
forgot about
watch.
doing that.
You guys watch as Bias kind of begrudgingly mutters to some sort of deity,
Better fucking give it to me, asshole.
and he gets a spell slot back.
Get smited.
And Bucky looks much better, and he looks at you and he says,
Thank you. That did not feel good.
Oh, anytime, but
Okay.
well, not literally anytime because I'm very tired, so probably couldn't
Me
do it again.
too. I'm tired.
The Lahians grunt very loudly, and you see that they're waiting at basically the start of like a thicker brush of like swamp.
Keep
Just
your
ahead
purple
of the-
robes on. We're coming.
Yeah, we'll follow them. I'll follow them.
You all follow?
I stay at the back.
You guys follow the Lahians, Bias a little more hesitantly taking up the rear. You find yourselves walking through thicker and thicker swamp. Mosquitoes and flies everywhere. The ground is soft and munchy? Smulchy? Smulchy?
Mulchy?
Mulchy? I don't know.
Squelchy?
Squelchy, that's the word. Squelchy. Underneath your feet, you see little banks of river water and lakes that hold these giant lily pads, and the water is dark and murky. And the further in you go, the more you begin to sweat and perspire. It's a really wet heat that encompasses you. Eventually, you reach a large clearing nestled next to a large swamp bank. There is a mess of tents and huts scattered all around the bank. You glance up and you also notice there's actually huts built into the tops of the trees as well, and even some that are held and suspended on what seem to be like interwoven vines. As you walk through the village, you get an overwhelming sense of quiet. You notice there are people in purple robes going around about their day, mostly Githyanki, a few tiefling, a few dragonborn as well, but none speaking, and it's quite eerie, which makes it all the more startling when you hear a bright and warm laugh. And then a shout.
Hello! Welcome!
And you see running around the corner in purple robes a very excited young Githyanki woman with a red-haired top knot and a warm, very warm smile.
Hello! Welcome, strangers! Ah, we don't get visitors very often here. Hello?
Hello, it's
Hello.
very nice to be
You,
here.
feathers.
Oh, yes,
May I?
of course.
I'll let the warm one take charge.
Yeah.
feathers.
Aren't you warm?
Temperature
This is lovely. It reminds me of home.
Welcome to Lahias. I am Grania.
I'm Agenar.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You notice a few figures in the village are going about their day, some taking pails of water, some are doing some woodworking, busying themselves with other tasks. A lot of them look up at you, and you notice like a slight scowl on their face when you see this Githyanki woman pretty much being so loud that her voice carries through the entire village.
I think really hardly at the one scowling, going, hello? And scowl back, hello? Just thinking.
You hear nothing.
Look at the one chatting loudly, and I look at her and go, can you hear me? In my head.
She says,
Are you trying to speak to me in my mind?
Yes.
Oh, hang on.
and she looks at you, and you hear,
Hello, stranger.
Shit. Hello, stranger.
See? It only works if I do it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you, okay.
You want to do it again?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this all in our heads?
no, the last little bit has been out loud.
Oh, I've been doing it in my head.
Okay. She says out loud,
typically we initiate, and then you can say back, and then after that, it's whatever.
In my head?
No, that was out loud.
Okay.
So you all can hear it. Fuck me.
Etterath, give me a
Unless I say in your head.
Okay.
give
is
me
not
a
in your head.
perception check.
18.
You realize Baky beside you seems to have shrunken into himself. He looks very bashful. His grey skin turning a bright shade of red on his cheeks.
What's wrong, big man?
Make an insight check.
9.
Do I with my passive?
What's your passive insight? Yours is 15. Yeah.
10. Sorry, 10.
You get this feeling of, ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night.
I just
and
kind
Baky looks at you and he says,
Pretty.
I just kind of look over at the Githyanki woman. Back up at Baky. Back over to the Githyanki woman. Back up to Baky. Nod.
It's all right, buddy. Happens to us all the time.
She's not really my type, but she's hot.
you watch Safirith cut Bucking Up's lunch.
You know what? Maybe play it cool. Maybe bring up the fact that you're here for your tattoos, that you're like such a skilled navigator and stuff. Maybe they'll impress her.
Do they find tattoos cool?
I don't know. Most people find tattoos cool. I find tattoos cool.
Oh.
And he kind of stands.
I don't know why I'm looking that way.
I noticed that too. He kind of, I guess because you're like trying to be inconspicuous, like talking to him like this, so she doesn't
Well, in
realize.
my mind, he's like to my left, so I'm looking to my left, but you guys are to my right.
Theater of
You
the
watch,
night.
you watch as Bucky
Flayer.
kind of shifts his weight and kind of lifts the hand with the tattoo on the pinky and makes the pinky sort of
Oh, gosh.
face forward.
Fuck yeah.
Can we make Bucky roll a performance?
Yeah, sure.
Etterath is the worst wingman.
Let me bring up Bucking Up's stats. That is...
Maybe Safirith's better with other people. As long as it's not her. She's like, cool, yeah, I'm chill.
So yeah, you see him start to extend his finger, but he kind of overestimates how much he should be like
Take it easy, big
throwing
man.
in, and he kind of like starts to raise his hand closer and closer to her face, nearly like waving it, but you take your arm and you snap it down, and she does look quickly, but you think you might have saved him a bit of face.
She turns to you and she says,
And what is your name?
Etterath.
Etterath. Nice to meet you. I'm Grania.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm surprised you got that in one.
Oh, it's not. Names are not hard to understand.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Etterath.
Yeah.
You? I like your tail.
Thanks. Safirith.
Nice to meet you. And you?
I just pointed my brain.
Oh, okay.
and she kind of focuses for a second. She says,
Hello, I am Grania.
Bias. Can you teach me how to do that?
I've never tried, but sure, I think I could. I'll ask my papa if it's okay.
Oh, yes, please do ask your papa.
Okay.
We're here trying to help our friend. This is our friend Bakanov.
she looks at Bucking Up and she says,
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Grania.
and Bucky kind of looks at her, looks at you, Etterath, looks at you, Bias.
I
goes,
just kind of, I just subtly extend a hand to be like, shake it.
he rapidly kind of opens his hand and extends it and goes, Buckinov. She goes,
Well, Bakanov, it's peace and pleasure to meet you.
and shakes his hand, and you'd see Buckinov kind of go,
I hear you have a tattoo. You're going to get more tattoos.
and Buckinov says,
Yeah. I'm here to get a tattoo from the shaman.
she says,
Shaman Vasily? Yeah, absolutely. How about we go speak to my papa and then we can organize for you to get up there? Yeah?
Yes, let's speak to the papa.
Okay.
I say that out loud.
Follow me.
She leads you through the village. It's very sparse with tents and little huts. There's a few bigger ones. You notice that there's a few like workshops where you can see some people doing like weaving, some mixing potions, some doing some wood carving. Everyone seems to have a very specific purpose. No one is just sitting around. Everyone is working. She brings you up to a larger tent at the base of a massive cliff at the back of the village. She points in and she says,
My papa is just in there.
Is your papa the chief?
Yeah. Yeah, my
Okay.
papa is the chief of Lias.
Great, we can ask him some questions because I got a few.
Okay.
What the? Okay, I'll ask him. Unless you want to answer.
Oh, look, I'm open to any questions.
Does the DM keep wanting to do this voice or no?
No, it's fine. I can do this voice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do our listeners want
Fucking
to
kill me.
Chief's daughter. That's all right for our boy. That's
do the
The
voice?
next one hurts as well.
Lead the way, please.
Oh, no, you guys go ahead in there.
You're not coming with?
You want me to come in with you?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Question
how
to
about-
ask your papa.
How about you stay out here with our friend Barkanov?
Baky grows another shade of red.
Agenar, as she heads in, is just going to pat him on the shoulder and gently sort of whisper, "Just be yourself, Baky."
Don't we need Bakanov because this is his quest? I grab Bakanov's hand and I need a bed. Come here, Bakanov.
Oh, okay. You feel his hand, and it is yeah, it is clammy and sweaty.
Did you spit on your hand?
Oh, I got the nervous sweats.
The nervous sweats.
Isn't that what they're called?
oh, man.
Well,
there's
that's
a
the
name.
episode name for sure. Nervous sweats.
Wait, does Jake actually think they're called the nervous sweats?
Dude, don't blow up my spot right now. I told you, I'm that good at characters that I bring in the dumbass to them.
Bring in the dumbass.
Yeah, I'm playing a low end. Anyway, he grabs your hand and he's led in, and as he does, Gronia kind of waves and says,
Okay, well, I'll be up here if you need me. Tell Papa that I sent you in.
Gronia, come with us.
from inside you hear,
Granny, I can tell you're out there. You don't need to announce yourself.
I just chuckle.
and she leaves, and you guys head into the tent. What's the tent look like on the inside, Caleb?
Oh, on the inside?
If you tell me that he's leaning over a table with a map on it, I will shoot you.
No, you look
Does
over.
it smell like old socks?
So it's funny that you said that. You do get a
Does it smell like
heard old
clean
socks
in
socks?
the whole village. You do get like a faint whiff of old socks, and as you roll, actually give me a perception check. Safirith.
Your
Last
fellow
episode's
DM.
going to be called Old
No,
Sock.
give me an investigation check. Actually,
Investigation.
yeah.
All of us?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Right.
With a DC of 15, and I'll tell you something juicy.
6.
I rolled
15.
18 plus 16. It's
16.
19.
Yeah, so you guys have noticed that the closer you have gotten to the back of the village, to the cliff face, the old sock smell has started to get slightly stronger, but it does seem to permeate through the whole village. But yeah, going back, the hut, the chief is not hunched over a desk, but he is reading a small book of poetry as you come in.
Is the poet quotes by any chance?
It's a book of poet quotes. And he looks up at you. He does say that he's going to give you his favorite quote.
And he looks down at the book and he flicks to a page and he says,
Strangers coming from left and right. Strangers coming in the middle of the night. Do they mean harm? Do they mean good? Do they bring power? Do they bring firewood? One of my favorites.
and he closes the booklet.
I am Chief Hamduk. What can I do for you?
Hello, I'm
Isn't
Agenar. That's my name, Agenar. You introduced yourself, so I thought I would know.
Pleasure. The rest of you.
I'm biased and I bring interesting perspectives on things.
He
You
nods.
sound like a philosophy grad.
He nods. Bakanov says,
I'm Bakanov and I'm here for a tattoo.
Safirith, we've our group has accompanied Bakanov.
You're escorting this young man.
We
Right.
Well, really, he led us the whole way here. So
You're a navigator. Yeah, I'm.
Show me a finger.
yeah, he's a pretty damn good navigator.
you hear in your head from Chief Hamduk. He says,
There is no need to shout. You barely even need to speak.
Sorry, I'm just.
You bring a great sense of disquiet, all of you. Why are you here? To escort this young man?
Yeah, so that you can get his tattoo.
Good. You may leave. He's here.
Oh, well, we're escorting him here so that he can get his tattoo so that then he can escort us down to Kron so that we can maybe find the temple of Brigantia and then maybe also find the lost children because there's lost children and that's never a good thing.
But yeah, that was a
Temple
thing.
of Brigantia.
Yes.
Kron's been dangerous for a little while now.
Oh.
Be sure you're well equipped as you head down there.
What kind of dangers?
I'm one of the few chiefs of the villages that actually gives a damn about what happens here. Mayor Dowdall.
Hang on. Hang on, you fucker. His name was Dowd a while ago. Why is now the incompetent mayor Dowdall, which just happens to be my name?
I mispronounced Dowell Adkis.
Dowell.
Dowell, not Dowdall. Dowdall was the village idiot we used to.
A Freudian slip.
Yeah.
I did that in the voice message to you today. That's probably why it's stuck.
That incompetent asshole. Dowell Adkis, Mayor Adkis.
Oh yeah, he was a bit incompetent.
Right.
Couldn't even,
Have you read
make
a
good
message board
signs.
from? Thank
Yes!
you.
Like fuck. Put at least a location where you want the kids to return to.
Regardless, there's been trouble in Kron and Eyarin. Did I pronounce that right?
Did you say yeah?
Eyarin was the headmistress.
No, I'm
balls.
talking about that one there.
Oh, Eyarin. Yeah.
So I said it right. It just sounds
Yeah.
a lot like.
Yeah.
You're talking about headmistress Eyarin.
Yeah.
Right.
In hindsight, we should have. Also, we have a god called Aaron.
Well, fuck me.
So we've got Aaron the god, we've got Eyarin the place, and then Eyarin the headmistress. Yeah. In hindsight, this might have been a bad idea.
I'm not writing these names down. So you have to remind me.
You know a lot of people.
I make it my business to make sure Bacht is safe and running well, and at the moment, it is not.
Oh.
Your services would be greatly appreciated.
I'm just staring at the chief thinking.
Stop it. I know what you're doing.
I mean, that's why we're here. We want to help out.
You wish to help out.
Yeah.
And it would help us greatly if we could know what kinds of dangers you've heard of.
If you wish to help out, the first thing you can do is repair the traps that you damaged. We use those to keep the beasts and the unsavory types out.
Oh.
That was our mistake. Apologies.
No problem at all.
I mean, you
What?
didn't keep all the unsavory types out, and I just pointed it.
Jesus.
I swear to all the gods, I will hit you.
I mean, that means nothing to me.
Boys.
And I go back to
Showing a
thinking
lot
of the
of
chief.
Boys.
Well,
Timing.
Nobody told us if there was a way to let you know that we were coming. So I'm not sure how we would have come through without going through the traps.
Young man,
And he looks at Baky, who looks.
there's no need to feel down.
No, Jake, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I look at the chief.
Character versus Jake. Character versus Jake.
Don't do it, man.
He looks at Baky and he says,
Young man, you should have been told. Were you not warned of the trouble, the traps on the way in?
And Baky says, well, no, we haven't had word of any updated traps or anything like that. I assumed everyone came up here and were looked after.
That was one of my questions. So we were following his finger, and it led us along the path, and the path brought us here, right? And those traps weren't mentioned before. So, and you all very angry at the fact that we're fucking here. I'm very confused
Who
at this
says
whole
we're
fucking
angry?
process. Have you seen the looks everyone's given us? It's like this, and I scowl at him.
You did say we brought disquiet.
You do. Do you disagree that you are a
Oh, no.
disquiet bunch?
No, we're loud.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
totally. 100%
But everybody
agree.
shut up and think at him.
It is Githyanki nature to use psionics to communicate. It keeps us safe, it keeps us hidden, and it stops things from hearing where we are.
So why didn't you just send a message saying there were traps along the way?
I did not know you were coming.
Well, surely
This
there's
was-
new recruits coming all the time, no? To
To be
get
fair,
tattoos.
this was sort of a last minute thing that we just kind of did.
No, for us, for Baky was on the way. Baky
When
had to
did you
come here
decide
anyway.
to leave to get your tattoo, young man?
2 days ago.
Right. Typically, we line these things up months in advance.
Whoa,
I don't
Baky.
even know if the shaman, if she will be able to tattoo you today. You must go up and ask her.
So, Baky, you were the one that decided that you were going to come 2 days ago to get here.
No, you guys came and found me and you wanted to leave straight away. So I thought Didn't want to disappoint my
the
friend.
headmistress sent us your way, so surely she would have sent a message. I'm very confused about the organization of this fucking
You seem
organization.
very caught up in the intricacies of this.
It just seems you seem very unprepared. That's all I'm saying. If we're meant to be here for him to get that too, he would. You should. How is this not a? How is this such a surprise?
I just
for
kind
you?
of shove his head into his shell.
As I said, we prepare in advance. Much goes into the preparation of the tattooing of our navigators of Bacht.
Our apologies for the
Headmistress Ayaren or Iwaren or whatever name you said surely should have known this. though.
Arwen.
You know her name well.
Oh yeah, why do you know her name so well?
You just see her like slowly turn a little redder because I pay attention to people's names.
All right, what's the chief's name?
Yeah, I completely forgot that. I'm sorry.
It sounded like.
No.
You must know a lot about this podcast if you're asking so many questions.
I remember certain people's names very
You know
well.
what? We're sorry that we're causing so much noise with this insignificant blabbering, but maybe we can talk to this shaman to see if we can get Baky his tattoo, and we'll be out of your hair.
And however long she needs to prepare, that's fine. We understand.
We can wait.
Yes.
Vasily is up on the plateau behind us. Head up there. Speak to her. Be kind.
He looks at you, Bias.
If you are kind to us, I'd be kind to you. But no, you're scowling
I
at me
shove
and
his
not
head
talking
back
to me.
into his shell.
From all reports, we rescued you from
you
the quicksand.
hear and comes into the tent a little messenger bird and flies up to the chief onto his wrist.
Oh no!
He takes the message off
I know exactly
of
what
his
this is gonna be.
wrist and he reads it.
What does it say?
It says, Chief, we are sending a new recruit.
There it is.
Sorry for the last minute change.
How did you not know?
You guys must move fast if you're faster than a bird.
Probably got lost in the mist.
I mean, we spent some time with the monster and everything, so that bird must be really slow.
You look at it and it's got like, it's sweating and it's bigger than other birds and it's like,
Maybe it was fighting off all those fucking snakes we walked through.
You know what? Probably.
I hold out a finger and I give it some food.
it takes it. It's a fat bird. At this point, Chief Khumduk looks at you all
See, I got his name right.
and he
You
says,
never said it out loud.
and he says,
Go see Shaman Vasily. Speak to her. If there's time to be had to wait, you're welcome to come back and work. Earn your keep. Earn whatever you wish. Help out with the traps. We're looking for new traps. We want our old traps repaired. Regardless, welcome to Lahias, I suppose.
Thank you.
Make yourselves at home, but don't stay home for too long.
We're happy to do so. That sounds very reasonable. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I quite like it here. So
I just kind of give him a silent head nod and then slowly back out of the tent.
I'm just staring at him.
he just stands there staring at you.
Well, if you don't want me to talk out loud, you got to think in my head.
You hear in your head.
Get out.
Can you teach me how to do that in my head?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage because you've been quite...
15.
You hear in your head,
I have better things to do. Perhaps my daughter could help you.
I just look at him.
Get the fuck out.
All right. And I go running out. Papa said you could teach me.
Give me a warning when you're coming out, Jesus Christ.
you guys run outside and you see Gronia kind of chatting to this woman, this tiefling, carrying like a basket on her head, kind of walking beside her, chatting incessantly, and she spots you guys coming out. She goes,
Oh, how did it go?
I get why you talk so much now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Nobody here likes to chat.
No. It's
No.
kind of rude. And then when you try and think of them, you shut up. You go, don't do that. I'm like, what do you want from me?
Oh, it's rude to stare as well.
So if I close my eyes and think, would people talk to me?
Oh, I don't know. Try it. No, it doesn't work.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Baky kind of sheepishly walks behind you all and follows you. What would you guys like to do?
Grania, we need to go up to speak with the shaman.
You need to go speak to Vasily?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And she points behind the tent that you guys just left. You can see there's a bit of forest, but it's cleared kind of, and you see a bit of a slope, steep incline into what you assume would be a plateau above the tree line.
Okay. Before we go, I'm just going to turn to Bias and go, do you want to come with us? Do you need to rest? Because I know you are...
Is this your way of getting rid of me?
No, I'm just making sure you're okay, and I don't want to drag you up a cliffside if what you need to do is rest. You were freaking out today.
I was doing no such thing. No, I'm good. Gronya.
Okay.
Well-
I tried.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's come up a few times, a taste and a smell. Why is it so many old socks in the area?
Old sock. What are?
I pull off a shoe, and there's no difference in smell.
Oh. I don't know. It seems to be stronger heading towards the plateau.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Maybe ask Vasily.
Oh, okay.
Good chat.
After we speak with Vasily,
Yeah.
I know your papa doesn't want us to stay too long, but I know that I might need a night's rest before we leave, even if Vasily can do the tattoos quite quickly. Getting a bit tired.
Vasily normally takes like a day or two to prepare the things for the tattoo. So you go up and ask her, but you may have to be here for a day or two anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great news because your dad said he could teach me. Sorry, your papa said he could teach me.
He said I could teach you.
And I'm
How
just
to do
looking at
that?
her. I'm just thinking at her.
Yeah, you got a lot to learn.
That's why you got to teach me.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to start walking up towards the.
If you could help us potentially find a place to stay.
I will ask around to see who will happily board you in their hut or their tent. We don't.
And you look around and you realize that there's an alarming lack of signage in this town.
What?
Well, no, you know how places have, this is a shop, you know, the innkeeper's inn and the hotel. There's nothing anywhere. And you get the feeling that this is intentional. This is not a tourist town.
Yeah.
This is a
Everybody
suburban.
knows.
Yeah. The way that she's speaking, you gather that you're going to be staying with possibly a family, not in an inn or something.
You know what? Maybe we can just pitch a tent out in a nice.
No, I'll ask around. Don't worry.
And she dashes off into the rest of the village.
Okay.
As she runs away, she says,
Don't forget to check out all the village. It's beautiful here. I'm just so glad I have people to share. Have fun.
Bye. I like her. She's fun.
I do too.
Yes, she's quite nice.
She's really nice. She has nice hair.
Hair.
She's funny.
You look over to the kind of hill/cliff behind the village. It's pretty steep, but you do see a chain hanging off that you could, with not too much effort, pull yourself up the top of the cliff.
Safirith, I'll tie myself to it and you can pull me up, all right? That's what you're worried about?
I was just worried about you getting really tired or whatever happened to you in the mists. But if you need a lift, I can help pull you up.
No, it's okay.
Oh, you don't need help?
I don't think those arms could
Are
take
you
me.
sure? Yeah, fuck off. I'll just start pulling
I'm a
myself.
300-pound turtle. I don't think you can pull me up.
Well, I haven't tried yet, so start pulling myself up the chain.
Okay, we'll just get some athletics checks from all of you as you make your way up this
You're gonna
tree.
I'm
fly.
gonna try to fly.
Gonna fly.
Let's
Con
see.
save.
Hey,
Oh, here comes a natural one. Nope.
22.
Cool. Yeah, you take off with your full flying speed. No problem.
7.
7.
See you up
Natural
there.
20, 24.
24.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics. 16.
16. You guys, Safirith leading the way, kind of starts to pull herself up the chain. You notice that she's, after that, all that big talk, she's having a bit of trouble pulling herself up, let alone a turtle. And she's kind of slowing you guys down.
Just hold on. Just hop on my back. I'll piggyback you up.
No, I'm fine. I'm just a little
Nope.
tired.
No, come on. Just swallow your pride. This. We're even now. You pulled me up from the slick. I'm carrying you up the mountain. We're even.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you pulled me out of the slick, but sure. All right. Okay. Very awkward.
All right, then you owe me one.
Oh, no.
You feel a gust of wind as Agenar shoots up past you, and you come up to the top of the plateau. Agenar, it's quite small, but it's quite beautiful. It sits looking out onto the coast. You look out and you can see like a smattering of islands, and notice that the sea around them seems very choppy and wild. You look down at your companions who are climbing up and back out to the south, and you can see like the mist, the silvered mist that covers a lot of the continent. You do see what you think might be Bale, the smattering of houses if you squint, but you just take a look as you guys make your way to the top of the plateau.
We all know that squinting makes you see further.
Yeah, it's like enhance on CSI.
Yeah, zoom and enhance.
It's using your eye muscles.
And what about on this plateau?
So on the plateau,
Caleb's understanding of the human body surprises me.
I understand it better than you guys.
He got an Irish pass in
All right. Okay, we don't need to bring up that again. On the plateau is a very modest purple tent. Next to it is a campfire and a number of apothecary supplies, parchment papers stacked neatly next to it, bang in the middle of the plateau. There does seem to be a lot of like flowers and shrubbery around, like a homemade garden, and a large tree.
And can I smell the concentrated
Old socks.
old sock smell coming? Can I
It's definitely
pinpoint
it's
origin?
definitely stronger here for sure. You can't pinpoint where or why. If you guys pull yourself up onto the plateau and see Agenar in the air
I
above you.
just really awkwardly climb down off Etterath's back and say thank you.
Don't mention it.
I won't.
Why are you all looking at me?
You usually have something stupid to say, so.
That's true.
Well, this is quite nice up here, isn't it?
It is really, really beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. Fresh air.
Baky, do you want
Yeah.
us to take the lead on this, or do you want to go in on your own?
I don't really know
Yeah,
if there's any
should we
ceremony.
wait here?
I really don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
They
I
didn't
guess
tell
He
you?
looks at the modest kind of TP tent there.
And says, I guess we go knock?
Do you want us to go with you?
He holds out his hand.
Yes, please.
All right. I grab his hand.
You guys trot off towards the tent in the middle of the plateau, under the enormous kind of beautiful tree.
Oh, that's a big, beautiful tree.
Yeah, it is. And there's the tent under it. You guys get closer and closer to it.
Does the tree have a face?
Make a perception check.
Is it Old Mother Willow?
Oh, okay. This is from.
You weren't there.
Luke showing his
That's a 5.
You do see a hollow in the tree from where you are, but it does not appear to have a face. It's a thick tree.
Ooh, tree thick.
You get closer and closer to
Good wood.
to the tent, and Baky kind of shies a bit behind you by us.
Baky, this is sort of your thing. So you're going to need
Bully
to
inside
stand
your
behind
belt.
that. The ones that were the bullies in the real life that were throwing rocks at you, it's only because you let them. So you got to stand up to those things on yourself.
It's my fault I got bullied.
No, it's not your fault. But you can do something about it.
What do you do about bullies?
I usually do what they do to me.
Oh, okay. So if they call me names, I call them names.
Yeah.
If they hit me,
You hit them back. And if they go, you go, back at them. It's quite
Roll
funny.
a persuasion check for me.
Not good. That's another 2.
Okay.
2 plus 4, 6.
Baky kind of looks at you and he says,
I don't know if that'll work, but maybe I'll try that next time.
You know, sometimes we all have to find our own ways, so my way might not be your way. But stand up tall, shoulders back, and do whatever you do with pride.
Okay.
and he walks up to the tent.
Agenar, seeing and hearing that, says, yes, well, I do find that kindness sometimes the best response is if someone's saying something nasty, then just say something nice back. And often that stops them in their tracks. There's not much you can do if you say, oh, you're a terrible person, and then you say, well, I like your hair. That sort of, well, they don't quite know what to say.
Schools of wisdom.
Yeah, roll a persuasion yourself. As the wind
All us
on the
need to give
plateau,
them our
as the wind on the
view.
plateau picks up a little
Not
bit,
me.
but
Baky
you
can do whatever you want.
you very much get the feeling that you are standing close to the ocean. You're getting that sea
Can I help
breeze
your
coming.
persuasion by saying something mean to you, and your response is how good you rolled?
I guess it's a 15, so...
Your flying looks funny.
Well, I can appreciate how you might think it looks funny, but I really think your shell is quite special, and I really like all the patterns on the outside.
Really?
Yes.
And I kind of like look my shell like, I like it. Nice. Baky, follow her lead.
Are you going in first?
No, follow how she says to deal with bullies.
Oh, okay.
I'll be nice to bullies, for they know not what they do.
You do know I'm going to say mean things to you constantly now.
Oh, gee. He's just trying to get a test in your resolve.
No, I just want nice things said about me.
Oh, I see. It's okay.
If
You
someone
don't
says
have to
nice
say
stuff
mean
to you,
things.
do you say mean stuff back? Does it work that way?
No, if someone says something nice, you can say something nice back if you want to.
And if I can't say something nice?
Don't say anything at all.
Oh, thank you. You've all got really good advice. Appreciate it.
I read it in a quote book once.
He turns to you, Etterath, expectantly.
Do you really want to know what I think?
Yeah.
I think that bullies are often people who are just bullied themselves, so they usually have their own things going on. So try not to let it bother you too much. But if you need help, and if they're too much, make sure you get help. Or it's too late.
He nods, and with his renewed vigor and resolve, he extends his tattooed pinky and slides it down the tent.
Oh no.
And
He
it
went for that
opens
beautiful,
as he
like,
touches it with his pinky
touching moment into
through the flaps of
Guys,
the tent.
this is Bakenar. He's not. I've not done anything sexual with Bakenar.
No, you were
The
literally
fact he's fingering the slit of the tent doesn't mean
flaps.
anything.
He's going to open the flaps with his finger.
I love that we're all making the same facial, like we're all vigorously rubbing our eyes, like, get it out of my brain.
Such a beautiful moment.
Hey, that doesn't take away from your beautiful moment. But remember what podcast you're on as well.
As he walks in, I turn to you and go, some people are just dicks.
He hasn't walked in yet.
Yeah, fucking you.
Still,
He hasn't walked in yet.
He's enjoying the moment.
Please continue describing.
As he pushes his finger through the slit in the tent,
Don't lie, that's where you're going.
you see a thin, yellowed, gnarled hand reach out, grab him by the wrist, and yank him in.
Oh, that's one way to do it. See, she knew he was coming. Why did the rest of them not fucking know she was coming?
Bucky, okay?
You don't hear anything.
Should we come in or wait out here?
I think we're good out here. He's okay.
I was asking
He just got pulled.
inside, but well, they
opened the
haven't
tent.
responded.
Okay. Etterath, you open up the tent, and similar to, take your pick, the TARDIS, the Weasley's tent at the World Tournament, it's bigger on the inside. It is still a tent. It's got a bit of that glamping kind of feel to it. It does have in the center of it a cauldron, of all things. Smoke billowing up out the center of the teepee-like structure. There's a bed. There's a small, what looks like a kitchenette inside this tent. And as you step in, you see Bakenar crouched over, leaning over this short Githyanki woman. She's about 5'5". She's got your typical spiked Githyanki ears, a furrowed brow, no nose, red lips, large kind of buffy black hair in a bit of a messy bun ponytail mixture tied in by blue ribbons with a purple robe. And she says, "Oh, yes, no, as we get tattoos."
You good?
And she pushes Bucky's head aside. She's, "Oh, more people. It's coming. Gestures for you to guys to come on in. And Bucky looks around and he says,
Well, it's okay. I'm good. I'm safe.
she grabs his pinky in her hands with both hands and goes, "Oh, tattoo. He's coming for the tattoo, hasn't he?
Yes,
He's
yes.
coming for the tattoo."
Should we wait in here? Or should we just?
Oh,
wait?
come in. Come and join. Join.
I peek my head out of the tent.
Let yourself in. Go on.
she's
The
a
more the
little-
merry. The more the merry. Yes.
She's a little crazy, but seems nice enough.
Okay, I
Okay.
come right into
well,
the
if
tent.
you think she seems nice, she must be lovely.
Is that an insult?
Say something nice back.
Does she have any of her tools or anything like out?
You make a perception check
Okay.
as the smell of old socks is.
I was going to ask, thank you.
I was going to make a comment, but I'm like, you know what? We'll just keep.
It's not like overwhelming, but this is the strongest you've smelled. it.
16.
16, yeah. You look around and you can see near the kitchenette, there's like a what appears to be like a low table with what you recognize to be a tattoo needle, various inks that look to be made from organic materials. sitting in various little pots around. It doesn't look sanitary, but it does look vast and
I'm just gonna go over to the table. I don't touch anything, but I just start looking. And this is like kind of the most excited you've probably seen Safirith. Like she just looked really interested in like looking at all of them and like
Shaman Vasily whips her head around and you hear the of little feet. She's like, you recognize the needle. Yes, you're a fan of the tattoo art.
yeah, these are amazing.
Yeah, I had
Is everything grown in your garden?
Well, yeah, on the plateau. You find plenty of things on the plateau.
You
yeah.
use your own herbs for the ink.
I use my own herbs for the ink, my own sweat and tears for the liquids.
Do they each
stuff
have
like that? Yes.
tears? Really? I would think that the iodine and the salt wouldn't mix properly.
No, it's wonderful. It sinks in better. You know a lot about
She
tattoos.
knows more than us. Shit, she knows more than us.
Do the different herbs have different property? Like you just see her fully like really, really excited.
Come, she gestures to Buckanov. Come, I'll show you. And there's a tiny little thimble full of dark liquid, the same color as Bucky's tattoo. And you watch her kind of move her hands and she's silent for a moment. And the needle dips in and hovers around and moves to Bucky's pinky and makes very quick motions and forms just a little curl at the bottom of his finger tattoo that goes over and around his knuckle. And you see Bucky's eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. And she says, it's just a sample of what I can do. And if it's good to get you navigator, yes? And he says, yes. And she says, if we've got to do more, we'll find more, we need more of this stuff. I'll have to stock up. It's to take a little while, a little while to get them all complete tattoos.
Do you do other things other than navigators? Like, can you make other...
It's body art ink. I can do it. It's a tattoo.
Would you consider tattooing me?
She grabs your hand that you reach out and she yanks you close and grabs you by both cheeks like an old grandma. She looks in your eyes and she says, great power. Yes, you got problems. You've got problems. You've got vengeance. You've got people you need to find. You've got power you need to seek. I can tattoo you. I can tattoo all of you for the right price, Nothing comes free in this world,
I'd be happy to do anything. Even augmenting the ones I already have.
Show.
And she's like a little shy, but she takes off her top and she has just like a bandeau over her breast. There are about 7 starlings and they're like birds.
She adjusts her half moon glasses and kind of leans in a bit closer.
And so there are not 7. There are 5 of them. Go across from the back of her shoulders, around and down her arm, and they seem to get the 2 at the back are the largest, and then they get smaller.
Who did this work? Who?
This was my friend that taught me. Taught me to. Well,
a name.
The first 2.
I know a lot of tattoo artists. A lot of ink.
She was in Severe.
You're from Severe.
Yes.
If you go back, don't you dare speak about this place.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not proud that I'm from there. Let's say that.
You don't look like you're from there, that's for sure. Yes. And the rest of you.
I'd love a tattoo.
Tattoos, giving them out for free. Of course, would you like? It takes time. Shall I start with your friend here?
Yes, he's most important.
Yeah, obviously start with Baky, but
if you want, we could also potentially go grab the herbs and stuff. You said that you needed more of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could grab some.
Anything you need
for...
help harvesting, I'd be very happy to help.
I guess everything, all the things I need, I get from the plateau. The supplies, gives and takes, that sort of thing. But take. Oh, she looks into the air for about 10 seconds. Oh,
she has incredible breath control.
20 for about a day. Go about a day to tattoo the young man. You head back to Lahir, chat and to help out with the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to see my instrument?
Would I ever?
And I just pull out from my side my little pouch with my tattoo needle, and I let her hold it.
She takes it with gentle hands. Oh, and starts to twirl it between her fingers like a coin, like you twirl, like Jack Sparrow twirls a coin. You light, well balanced. This serves you well.
Yeah.
You could do better.
I wouldn't say no to improvements.
You leave it with me?
Yeah. If
You seem hesitant. This is your favorite little toy. Isn't it? Everyone has a favorite toy. You look like you like toys.
well, it's been with me for a long time, and it means a great deal. But
Yeah.
I trust you for some reason.
Well, you probably shouldn't, but that's fine. Never trust a stranger, but no, I would guard it with my life. It won't leave the plateau. I don't leave the plateau. And she nods. She goes, "Oh, okay. Shoo.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Vasily.
Agenar.
I don't. Yes, doesn't matter. I won't remember." Baky looks up at you guys, and he says, "Oh, tell Bias I said I'll miss him."
You'll see him soon, but
Okay.
we will. We'll pass that on. Don't
We'll
worry.
be back.
Enough. Go on, get yourselves. Get
I
yourself
just
down
reach out and give Bucky's hand a little squeeze.
there. Yeah, he
before
squeezes
we
it
go.
back.
You're in good hands. You're gonna be okay.
I'll see you guys soon. And you guys leave the tent. Bias, what are you doing?
I am just walking around the base of the tree, checking it out.
Give me a perception check.
2. Plus, I roll so many 2s. Plus 4, 6.
Yeah, you don't notice anything unusual about this tree. It looks big, looks pretty magnificent, but it seems to be pretty...
Yeah, I wasn't really. I probably
Yeah.
should have done that disadvantage. I wasn't really sort of looking for anything. It's just like.
Just having a look around. Yeah, you look out, you can look out in the shore, you see that the sea is pretty choppy. You get just a sense of how small Bokt really is from the plateau. You look
Okay.
around, but as I mentioned earlier, when Agenar flew up, you can nearly see Bale in the
Okay.
center of
Yeah.
the continent. It's not a big place. You do notice that the seas, especially around this coast, look very treacherous, which is probably why you came in from the other side.
Sure. I sort of mumbling, sort of nothings to myself as I look around.
You look up as the tent opens up and your companions step out, minus Baky.
Hello. We're back.
Hello.
Bucky,
But not Bucky.
Bucky says he'll miss you.
All right.
Yes,
Why? We're gonna see him soon, no?
He's going to have tattoos. It'll take about 24 hours, she said.
You've had tattoos, right?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna be thinking of me while getting a whole body tattoo?
No, he'll probably be thinking of other things.
Yes, probably.
She said she might tattoo us too.
Oh, that's fun. Exciting. What are you gonna get? I'm gonna guess angel wings on your back.
Not a bad idea. But no, probably not.
I didn't expect. I thought she would be much more formal and imposing.
So did I.
That seems
Yes.
about right, but God, look at that view! And he just looks out towards the ocean.
Yeah, you see a bit of longing in Etterath's eyes as he gazes upon the sea.
You do, with your sailor's knowledge, in the distance, you do kind of spot the makings of what would be islands, and with your knowledge of where you are to the north of you, hasn't really been explored.
Oh, just on the cusp. Just on the cusp.
Do you need to be alone?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, just look at it. It's raw, unnatural, unexplored natural beauty. Those, and I drag you over and I like point out the islands. Like, if you wait a minute and just kind of look, you'll see just the startings of the island. But those are very unexplored.
And I squint real hard to see if I can see further.
Your eyes zoom and enhance. Eyes do when you squint.
I swear you guys don't use your eyes. You guys never squint when you want to see something.
Clearly,
So-
Caleb,
so
mine
when-
are broken.
Right.
If you're needing to squint to see it clearly, you might need glasses.
No, fuck. No, my eyesight's actually, my eyesight's pretty good.
But you see better when you squint.
Far away.
Well, Yeah, sometimes I'll say something and I'll try back it up, but I feel like I'm in a corner here and I don't really believe what I'm saying.
I mean, I see better when I squint if I'm not wearing my
that's
glasses.
what I usually do. That's what I usually do. But definitely, if like you go like this, it's better. Right?
You definitely need glasses to tell us.
But no, that's true though. For even 20/20 vision, if you go like this, it like enhances.
Yeah, you lose your depth perception and you lose your peripheral vision, but everything else works.
But you zoom in.
What?
Right in, if that's true. It's a Caleb Dowdall.
I think so. I actually do think so.
Move it over 1 inch and up about 3 inches, and I think you're spot on.
You're not gonna get me. Yeah, good try. Good try. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I know that the chief, whose name I don't remember,
Just sneeze weird.
Achoo,
There you go. That's his name.
It was
It's like Hadrin or something like that.
Hatsu,
It had the hard H, and then it was like Hadrin or
I
something.
heard it
like
the
that.
second time. I was
Do
like,
any
oh,
of you have the keen mind feat?
No,
Well, keep guessing.
maybe. Hang on, actually.
Hadrin.
no, you have observant, don't you?
Oh, I have observant. Yeah.
Hadrin?
I'll just call him
Etterath.
Chief the next time.
Nora.
I had it the first time you said it, and then we decided to be dumb fucks, and then I lost it.
I've been watching foreign language TV series at the moment, and I keep finding really cool names, and I just keep adding them from there. So
That's sweet. That's good. Good source
What
material.
was that from? What language?
it is Russian.
Then I want to apologize to Russians for making fun of their names. Thanks for making me seem like a dick.
Well, I guess we should head back down to the town. I wouldn't mind getting some sleep.
yes, that's what I was going to say. I know he said he wanted some help, but I need to sleep.
I'm guessing it's like the evening.
Yeah,
Like
you
we were
guys have been traveling pretty much all day. Yeah.
We can rest and then we can help in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, if
That's
it's
a
gonna
good
take
idea.
24 hours for him to get his tattoo anyway, we'll have lots of time.
You guys make your way back down the cliffside on the chain. As you're coming
I
down,
piggyback Etterath.
you piggyback Etterath? Is that cool with you, Etterath?
Oh, I'm gonna see if I can fly down. All right, now we're even.
We're good.
We're good?
19.
You guys make your way down. The
I grab onto your
further,
horns.
as you make your way down, the smell of old socks starts to diminish slightly. And up from the plateau, you start to hear some wailing and screaming from Baky.
Yeah, he's not thinking of me.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh no.
Go, Danny. What was it?